I am attorney Allison Reddick, and with me again is VA-Accredited agent and Marine veteran Kerry Baker. It includes the Camp LeJeune Justice Act.
Yes.
Yeah, you lived or worked Camp LeJeune for at least 30 days between August 1st, 1953 and December 31st, 1987. Later suffered an illness linked to it. You can sue the government for damages.
Now, Allison, you want to go into that a little bit, what that means? Because that's probably more in your wheelhouse, because that's big. You've never been able to do that before.
Yeah, I mean, that is big. And
it's not VA. It's not VA. That's why I want Allison to touch on this, because it's not a VA benefit.
Yeah, so basically, instead of it's more or less kind of like a tort claim in that you can sue the actual government. It's a federal case rather than, suing VA, which is an administrative entity. And this is not something that I've seen before, especially with VA. But basically, there can't be punitive damages or anything like that. But there's disposition by the federal agency, and they can bring an action to state if you developed a condition or you had someone who passed away. And I'm curious to see if it's going to include family members as well, to bring damages, because that's something that covered an expansive period of time. I mean, my grandfather was at Camp LeJeune, and he died of brain cancer, which is most likely caused by that. So this is a separate remedy that are available to veterans that veterans ask about all the time. I feel like veterans are asking me, well, can I sue them for damages? I'm always like, no, that's not how it works. VA does what it wants. But this opens the door for that with Camp LeJeune. And I'm curious to see what this will be in the final form, and we can discuss it more when that occurs. But this is something new. And
Allison, this does include people other than the veteran.
Okay, good.
Yeah, even in utero.
Yes, because that's the issue, is that, people who were there and they had children, and there were children born at Camp LeJeune, and they develop all of these conditions that affect them their entire life and have all these medical costs and medical bills and such. This opens the door for suing for that, which is extremely interesting.
Now, what do you think about the no punitive damages? Because isn't that, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that where the majority of funds come from in tort cases?
Not necessarily. I mean, punitive is if they did it intentionally. So you can only get punitive damages if it was like intentional misconduct or gross negligence. I don't know when they found out that what was going on was damaging, but I mean, yes, could there be an argument for it? But I think the fact that they're allowing them to get anything at all is a start. I don't think punitive damages is going to happen. I mean, basically, you get punitive damages to punish someone. And are we really going to give the government, a slap on the wrist and with all this money to give to the claimants? I mean, yeah, I think so, but is it going to happen? No. And that's why they specifically state that, is they're like, okay, yeah, we can open the door to give you damages, but there's not going to be punitive to punish us. Like, this is us punishing ourselves by even opening the door to this.
That's a good point. Now, if I could add, if you are getting VA benefits from Camp LeJeune and you do sue them and get an award, there is going to be an offset. Now, if you're the family member, there's obviously not going to be an offset, because the family members can't get VA compensation. So definitely keep that in mind if you go down that route. All right.
I think that's all the big points, unless you have anything else, and we can do another one later where we answer specific questions, or if anyone wants a video on a specific topic, like Kerry said, definitely Thailand. That's possible too. Is there anything else you want to cover before we sign off?
I think that's it. We've definitely hit the high points. Probably too many of them in such a short window, even though it's a long video.
So with this isn't finalized. Like we said before, the House still has to accept the amendments by Senate, and then it'll go to the president. That's what we're waiting on now, is for the House to make comment on the amendments and whether they're going to accept them or not. Hopefully they will. Make it easy. President has already said he's going to sign it, and then we can move forward with it. So this is how it is, how it stands right now. It could change. And as we get more information about it, we will disseminate it to you. And I'm sure we will do plenty more videos on this because this is going to affect a lot of people. And we can go into more detail on the specific veterans who are included in each section of the toxic exposure. But thank you, Kerry, for explaining all of that. I know this is complicated and it's going to help a lot of people, but I'm glad we have you to explain it for us. And as we get more information, we'll let you guys know. And we thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.